It's time to answer the question, what are Father Robinson's top 4 movies ever? And Father, I'm just going to give it to you so that we can see what's up here, okay?
All right, let me start off with a caveat, all right? So I was asked, what are your 4 favorite movies of all time? And in my adult life, I don't watch that many movies. I read a lot of books. If you'd have asked me the top 4 books, I could have been going all day. I don't watch a lot of movies. And so I had to dial back to my childhood. And so these are the 4 favorite movies from my childhood.
Oh,
right? That explains a lot. Okay.
Yes.
And so this is all priesthood, pre-teaching, So these are from me growing up.
Those are priests on the right? Those are priests. No?
What?
Men in Black. Yeah.
No. Okay,
that is what people call priests sometimes. I've been walking around Grand Rapids with priest friends, and we've been called the Men in Black. Let's start from the right then. If you're Men in Black, good old-fashioned science fiction. This is what we were talking about with Marvel kind of movies. Like, it's just popcorn fun. It's full of comic relief, and they're cool dudes. And so when you're a teenage boy, you want to have a fun movie full of cool dudes. And I'm a massive science fiction geek.
Will Smith is super cool in that movie.
The
opening scenes. Oh yeah. Yeah. The scene where he's like taking the test, and it just. I thought that was an excellent. Anyways,
and they tied it into real life when they're saying Michael Jackson's obviously an alien and stuff like that. The humor level, but science fiction is a difficult one. To find good science fiction is quite challenging.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I think of the science fiction books, C.S. Lewis's Ransom trilogy is up there, but mostly they're fantasy books like Tolkien. It's good to get. Oh, we've lost.
That's right. The next one was Down to Earth.
Down to Earth, a Christian movie. This is pre, my Christian journey, but this is about a bloke who, he's about to die. He doesn't know it. He's at the peak of his life. He's a comedian. Not the peak of his life. He wants to be the peak of his life. He's searching for meaning, and he's pretty much guaranteed in his head the last spot at the Apollo. Now the Apollo is this big venue where comedians go and do their gigs. He thinks he's going to get this spot. None of the audience members think that. He's not that funny, but he thinks he is. And then he goes and dies untimely, or at least he believes it's untimely, because obviously he's just about to peak. And he gets up to the pearly gates, and he's like, surely you made a mistake. He's like, what's going on here? And the angel says, no, of course it's not. You're due to die in, And so this is a remake, by the way. You may have seen the older version.
No, I just watched this one.
Did you just watch it?
Yeah.
Right? And so it wasn't his time to die. And so he barters with the heavenly angels and says, well, find me another body. And they say, okay, what we can do, they say, I've had a word with the boss, meaning the big guy. we can give you a temporary body for now until we've resolved the situation. And so he goes around and looks at all these different bodies. He's like, no, that one's too good looking. That one's too ugly. This one's, too trans, whatever. And they eventually find this really fat, really old, upper class white guy. And so it's all a play on race humor, because you've got a really ghetto black guy in Chris Rock who gets planted in a really upper class white guy, who goes to the golf club rather than the comedy club. And it's all about how those two worlds collide. So it's kind of like changing places, that kind of vibe.
Got it. Yep.
And he falls in love with this woman while he's in the body of this old, rich white guy, but he's still himself. So he's cracking jokes as he normally would, but they're landing better because people are laughing at him as well as with him. But he falls in love with this woman, and then the angels come back to him and say, okay, well, we found your body now, a permanent body, because this was just a loner. He's like, no, I'm happy where I am. I'm happy where I am, thank you. And he gets shot with a sniper rifle for reasons that we don't need to go into. But then you're like, he was just finding himself. He was just getting complete. He was just getting happy. And it was sort of snatched away. And then he gets put in this... in the body.
Body?
He gets put into another body, which is similar to himself, a young black comedian. But he has no memory now because they wipe his memory because it's for good. But he still finds a way to connect with the love of his life. And it's kind of like that divine providence that is beyond what we know and who we know.
I think Fat Cardinal he's looking at this, wondering.
He can't even look at you right
what
now.
is happening with this? Fat Cardinal's losing his mind. Speaking of fat,
when I was
White
15, I
guys.
thought it was hilarious.
okay.
All right, keep going. We'll come back to it.
Okay.
We're gonna ask in a little bit which one are we gonna kill and which one would we keep.
Yeah, it's a killer keep, but you keep going.
Everyone knows The Matrix.
Yep.
This is another film that Will Smith was supposed to be the star in, actually. He turned it down.
Mm.
And people don't know this, but The Matrix is the best black film ever made.
Why?
Because it was one of the best films ever made, but people don't associate it with being a black film. But pretty much most of Zion is black, right? And it's
Okay.
But I think
Morpheus is cool.
he is cool. But the thought process of this film, like we're all part of the Matrix. Obviously, we use this now in our lexicon, but it wasn't. Of course, it wasn't. But we're all stuck in the machine, in the grind of the machine, whether it's chasing commercial gain or material goods or fame or fortune. And actually, we've got to break free of that to be truly free. And what the movie doesn't get to is that true freedom is submission to Christ, but it shows you that true freedom is not what you think it is.
Right.
It's a great shame that the two wonderful creators fell down themselves and ended up becoming, both of the Wachowskis are now trans.
Yeah.
I don't know what temptations they were led into, but it's a great shame that where their lives have gone so far. I hope they repent and find Christ. But The Matrix is one of the best movies of all time, best science fiction of all time.
Okay.
And then Man on Fire, this is actually a great Catholic film. This is a story of redemption. Denzel Washington, probably one of the best actors of all time.
I would agree. He's good.
He's been in wars, he's killed people, he's done things he regrets, he thinks he is irredeemable. And he pretty much says this to his friend who's also been through the ropes but has managed to find a family. He says this to his friend, and his friend says, come work for me, we'll sort you out. I'll sort you out with a job. And he gets him a job as a bodyguard for this young Dakota Fanning. And he finds love, a true paternal, true filial love, willing the good of the other, a sacrificial love. And he falls in love with this family. And this young girl gets kidnapped. And he's willing to give everything to get her back. Or not to get her back, because she's kidnapped and then she's believed dead. So he's willing to enact worldly vengeance, the wrath of God on these people.
Wow.
And he goes through hell and does so. And at the end, I will give spoilers, because at the end, we find out that she's not dead. She's still alive, and there's a chance to get her back, but it will take his life to get her life back. And in the end, he gives his life for her.
Wow.
It's a marvelous movie.
Okay. So we've got 4 movies. Cameron, take it away.
Father Robinson,
Hello.
you come in my house as a guest, and then you tore apart my living room. You burned my curtains. You killed my dog. This is
You killed my dog? Remember that one.
you bring a movie like Down to Earth in my house and force me to watch that movie. Yes, there's VidAngel, but even VidAngel cannot save the dumpster fire that was this movie. Yes, the way you described it was like,
That was probably the best description of that movie that you can make.
it's like, yeah, if Chris Rock was pitching this, you can imagine executives be like, oh, that's kind of a funny concept.
Yeah.
They do not execute they don't land anything. There's no, even Chris Rock is not funny in this movie. And that maid woman who's like, I talk like this, and that because I talk fast, I'm funny. And it's like, you're not saying anything funny. Tell me, Father.
Yeah.
Okay. We see the old, fat, rich, married white guy that he becomes.
Yeah.
How in the world is the main love interest interested in this guy?
Because she sees past the superficial reality of who he is at the moment. She sees his soul.
She's like 20 years older,
Yeah.
fat and white, bald. It's just like, all he says to her is like, oh my gosh, the way he's hitting on her.
Everything's
First of all,
gonna be
he's
all right.
married,
Everything
so
is
it's
gonna
ridiculous.
be all right.
Second of all, all he says to her is like, I don't want to take you on a date. I just want to feed you. And she's like, oh, that sounds nice. And then she kisses him on the first date. She's kissing this old fat white guy, rich, married, white. It is unbelievable. It doesn't land anything.
It is a stupid movie.
The end, and I will spoil it, which will rescue it from any of you having to see it. I'm saving you.
Well, if you're going to watch it, watch the 1950s version.
Okay, there you go. Maybe we need to watch the 19. Because here's what happens at the end. You just said it and I almost lost my mind because of how ridiculous it is. So he has a body, this rich guy, but it was just a loner for no reason.
Until they found him a permanent body.
Why?
That's what
Because he
happens.
wants to
What's
come
the
back.
logic of that?
Because they messed up.
So then they messed up again to try to.
No, they said we can give you a temporary loaner for now.
It doesn't
while we
sound
resolve.
like a scheme of heaven. It sounds like a scheme of hell. So if you're telling me that this is heaven's plan to help him find true love, it doesn't work. You know why? Because at the end of the film, he doesn't even have a soul. He gets the new body, and then they tell him, "Oh, by the way, you're not going to have any memory, any desires."
That's why we know he has a soul, because his memory's wiped, and he still loves whatever her name is.
Father, let me remind you that we are body soul composites, Father.
This is true.
And so to even body switching in and of itself, you need to like suspend your disbelief to say, okay, it's him,
There's
but in a different body.
of disbelief.
And it's like, okay, maybe his memory is who he is, or his.
No. I think it's better than that. It's not his memory. That's the point. It's him, the person. And we all see him, the person, even though they don't.
Cameron, you're not buying this.
Oh, well, we see him, the person, but as soon as you realize that what everyone else seeing is this 60-year-old, fat, bald, married, rich, white guy, like nothing works. If you do the film, if you think about the film beyond just what it's presenting to you as like knock jokes, it falls apart. It's terrible.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
I watched it as a teenager. Bear in mind, anyone that watches it now, I mean, it's like when you see these memes on Instagram. But there's, can I say censored words on this show? I'll say, I won't say the words. But it's like,
oh yeah, I don't even know.
There's a black guy in a white guy's body rapping along to DMX, going, N-words want to die. N-words can't try. Like, that's hilarious as a kid.
It's hilarious as
because it gets knocked out.
Chris Rock on stage as a joke, that would be funny.
Right.
In this movie, it just nothing works. But
you're not a teenage boy, Cameron.
I'm a little teenage boy inside.
The definitive answer is kill, not keep.
I'm gonna eviscerate that movie
we just
from existence.
murdered it.
Not only that, I am in future episodes, maybe 2 episodes from now, I'm gonna put it on the bottom of the list.
It's going on your list. Wow.
I'm just gonna put it on the list.
It's going on Cameron's list of best films of all time.
It's made the list.
just
and
films.
It will live on the bottom in the pits of hell where it deserves.
Very close to the farewell.
But Man on Fire, on the other hand, complete opposite.
Okay.
One of the best films of all time.
Now let's talk about what we'll keep. Because you murdered that movie too.
We both murdered it, and I'm gonna say we gotta keep Men in Black, even though the very first 2 words of Men in Black are bad words.
Are they?
Yeah, it's using God's name in vain. So that really frustrated me. But it is Men in Black, and Will Smith was cool, and Tommy Lee Jones is cool, and he.
They can't really capture that magic again. Like whatever they did with the first one was just so well done.
So we're gonna go ahead and keep Men in Black.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm not keeping that.
You're not keeping Men in Black?
I want to think about this more because the way you described Man on Fire was really compelling. I saw it once as a teenager. And what I remember of it is like, okay, this is about vengeance is good. But the way you describe the ending actually kind of redeems that, because, it's every Quentin Tarantino movie is like, vengeance is good, and that's the end of the story. Whereas this is saying vengeance, he's enacting justice, but it doesn't end at justice. For him, it's ultimate charity and sacrifice. Yeah. That's really cool. I just don't know if the middle stuff, because he goes to some great lengths to enact vengeance.
Vengeance is bad because the Lord says, vengeance is mine, I will repay. So vengeance is bad. However, at the end, though,
he's still redeemed.
He's able to redeem himself through the act of charity and of self-giving.
And Our Lady features in this movie as well.
Really?
Oh, I forgot about that.
How?
They have a massive shrine of Our Lady in their house.
Oh, okay.
Are they
the
praying?
father is praying because
awesome.
the father is obviously the one that stitched up the whole thing the kidnapping in the first place for money.
Of all those 4 movies, if I had to keep one on my top 4, it would be The Matrix.
Okay.
Because I think it's just it formed public conscious to such an extent. I do think it's smart. The philosophy is, smart enough for a entry-level philosophy course. Yeah. which I'm not saying it's the most deep movie, but it's executed so well. And obviously it's Christological to its bones. Like it borrowed a lot from Dune, which borrows from, you know, the mythological stories about the
Machine,
chosen one.
it?
What's that?
There's a remake of the Ghost in the Machine, pretty much.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Japanese anime, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was just, I mean, it's been, people know The Matrix. Everyone knows it. It's probably a perfect film. It did what it set out to do. So I would keep The Matrix.
And just the technology side of it as well. Bullet time changed the industry.
It sure did. It was a absolute
the fighting
mind bomb.
Was so well done. Like, yeah, just believable.
Mind bomb of movies that changed everything, keeping The Matrix.
They managed to keep the cliches on cringe, like dodge this. Like those moments, you should be like, what? Oh, please. But it works.
No, it did.
Yeah, it's right.
They made everything work. So
with Hugo Weaving giving that monologue to him about the pestilence that is the human race.
Yes,
and
we are a disease, a virus.
Yes. That is
so keeping The Matrix.
Yeah.
If I had to keep one of those, I'd keep Man on Fire.
Wow.
Oh,
so we'd all
over
keep
The
a
Matrix.
different one.
Over The Matrix.
Can you
Wow.
join me, Father,
Yes.
in an ecumenical show of good favor that we are going to kill Down to Earth?
We all kill Down to Earth because it is poor theology, poor humor.
There you go.
It is so-
It's poorly made too.
Here's what I'll say. There are films I watched as when I was younger that just have a charm to me that like, man, it's just, I like them, right? I just have a like for them.
A comfort film.
A comfort film. That's a good way to say it. And no one watched this film.
If you liked that clip, which I'm sure you did, then check out our other clips. And don't forget to go into the comments section and hype this bad boy. Don't make me get Fat Cardinal. Hype it now.